Hey guys, so today I'm going to be touching on what candle charts you should be using while you're trading, depending on the type of trader you are. I see a lot of people using way too many candle charts when they decide to trade, and I think in some cases it over confuses a lot of traders and ends up negatively affecting their trading. So I think a lot of people have the perception that the more charts they're using and the more information they're getting thrown at them, the more accurate and the better their trades will be, which this may be a case for a lot of the times while trading, but in this case, less is more, okay? So depending on the type of trader you are, I've created a text chart here that I want you guys to copy down depending on the trader you are. I'll also have this in the description too, so you can just copy it from there. So for your support and resistance, and this also goes for reading market conditions, okay? Um, so before you trade, your pre-market analysis should consist of marking down your support and resistance lines, as well as just reading the market conditions. But for position traders or long-term traders, you're going to want to be using the monthly candle chart for those two things, okay? And then when you see a trade that you might want to take, you're going to want to dial in on the daily candle chart, okay? This will allow you to get a more accurate entry point. So as you can see, the position trader should only be using two charts, okay? No more, no less, two charts. Moving on to swing trader, support and resistance, and reading market conditions as well, you can use the monthly and weekly candle charts, okay? So once again, your pre-market analysis should consist of going to these two charts, checking out the support and resistance lines, as well as reading market conditions. And then once again, when you found a trade that you might like, you want to dial in on the 4-hour entry chart. Moving on, the daily trader should use the weekly and daily candle chart for support and resistance and reading market conditions in their pre-market analysis. And then once they've found an entry point that they'd like to take, dial in on the hourly candle chart. Scalp traders should use daily and 4-hour candle charts for support and resistance and pre-market analysis. And then when they found an entry point, dial in on the 15-minute candle chart. And then lastly, micro-scalpers should use the 4-hour and 1-hour for support and resistance and market conditions, and 5-minute for entry points. So as you can see, the most charts that you should ever be using is 3 charts, sometimes 2, depending on if you're a position trader or not. But I want you guys to take into account too that you shouldn't have all 3 of these charts up at once. Okay, you can, and it may work for you, but a lot of traders, especially just starting off, when they have 3 charts up on their screen, it's very, very easy to overcomplicate things, and it could end up hurting your trading. What I like to do is just keep one tab open on purpose for my trade view, and I can manually switch between the candle charts here. So for example, if I was a micro scalper, I would start off on my support and resistance and market conditions. So I'd go to the 4-hour candle chart and 1-hour candle charts, and when I found a trade that I might like to take, I would dial in on the 5-minute candle chart. Okay. And you can manually switch between these two. I do this just to avoid overcomplicating things. Once you've gotten used to switching between the candle charts and you're starting to successfully trade by doing that, you can think about adding a split screen and doing, your pre-market analysis with your two candle charts, whether that might be the 4-hour and 1-hour if you're a micro scalper, or the daily and 4-hour if you're just a scalper. But for now, I would recommend just keeping one screen up at a time and looking through it and then switching. Once again, this will avoid overcomplicating things and make things much simpler and straightforward for you. In my next video, hopefully coming up soon, I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly mark down your support and resistance lines, as well as reading market conditions. Like I've previously said, these two things should be done in your pre-market analysis every time before you trade. So if you guys have any questions about the stuff that I've gone over today, or comments or whatever, you guys can leave them in the comment section. My email will also be in the description as well. If you guys want to directly ask me a question, feel free to do so. I try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.